It's Wrestling Bands back again, and you know what that means. It's time for another review. Let's do this. It's Monday Night Raw, 28th of March, 2022. WrestleMania Raw, they're calling it. Everything's WrestleMania at the moment. It's the WrestleMania week, ladies and gentlemen. Time to get excited, don't you think? You think it would be about time to hype it up and to get us really excited. But this show did nothing to help us get excited for WrestleMania in the slightest. 3 hours long. An hour of that is taken up. One whole hour of this show taken up by adverts. You could scrap a whole hour. We don't have to sit for a whole hour of adverts. Then you've got the boring, badly scripted promos with no emotion, nothing to get us excited about, nothing at all worthwhile to talk about or think about or to remember. Remember back in the days, WrestleMania leading up promos that were hot, on fire, that we can go back and look at. Now, today, did we get anything like that? Hell no! So many video packages, one or two, not too bad, but the rest were just dreadful. Okay, WWE knows how to put together a video package. I will give them that. They've got some talented people there in the video studio that can edit together a decent video package. But that's pretty much all this show was. We got 5 matches, and 2 of them were squashes that lasted barely a minute. The show kicks off with Brock Lesnar making his way to the ring, which is followed, of course, straight away by a video package of him and Roman Reigns. Brock's in the ring then, and we get a promo from Brock. And Brock, for me, one of the best talkers on the show, one of the most entertaining performers they have at the moment. If Brock Lesnar is sticking around after WrestleMania, I wouldn't mind him seeing the title, but I'm going to be backing my tribal chief all the way, and I'll talk about him later. The Brock promo was decent, but where was he for the rest of the show? I thought he wanted Roman Reigns' blood. I thought he would have been out later on in the show, but we didn't see any more than Brock Lesnar than this tonight. We got another video package about WrestleMania, and then we went to a break. The first break of the we had so many breaks, it was unbelievable on this show. Come back, another video package about WrestleMania. Then The Miz makes his way to the ring. Then we have another advert break. And then another video package about Miz and Rey Mysterio. Miz cuts a promo in the ring. Out comes Logan Paul in the mask. This is ridiculous. This doesn't get me at all excited for this match. I don't care about Dominic and Rey Mysterio anymore. I was never a big fan of Rey Mysterio in the first place. Anytime I liked him, and the first time, a couple of times I saw him in ECW. After that, once you've seen him a couple of times, it's like, oh, well, that's it. And that was back in 1996 or 1995. Nowadays, this Rey Mysterio, no thank you very much. Out come the Mysterios. Dominic jumps Miz before the match even starts. Beats the shit out of Miz. He gets himself ejected. Who believably believes that Dominic Mysterio could lay a glove on anybody? Seriously. No. He looks like anything he is involved in is shit. And that's including the Eddie's Kid stuff. That was dreadful back then. Anything this boy is involved in is dog shit. Let's just agree on that fact, shall we? Dominic Mysterio, just get him off my TV screen. Off my TV screen now, please. Now Dominic's ejected, and finally, we get a wrestling match. 21 minutes and 36 seconds into this show, we finally have a wrestling match between Rey Mysterio and Miz. This is 2010 again. Well, we got the match for about 2 minutes, and then they went to an advert break. And come back, 2 more minutes, match is over. Literally like a 4-minute match. That's all we got between these two. Miz loses to Rey Mysterio. Then Mysterio and Dominic hit the ring, beat the shit out of Miz. Logan Paul runs away. And the heels lose all their heat. So what is the point in them doing the match at WrestleMania now? What is the point? You've done it. The heels have lost their heat and the baby faces are up. There's no point in the match now. Done. We don't need to see it. Okay, get the fuck out of the way, Dominic Mysterio. You don't need to be at WrestleMania anymore. We don't need to watch the match. There is no point in it now. We go to another break. It comes back. And Veer is coming next week, ladies and gentlemen. Finally, he is coming on Raw. Can't wait to see that. That's going to be interesting, isn't it? We got another videos package. It's all about Seth Rollins' story and how he can't find a WrestleMania moment. Do you remember back in the days when Hulk Hogan was searching around for his WrestleMania moment? No. Randy Savage? No. Do you remember when Bret Hart? No. Shawn Michaels? No. Steve Austin? No. None of the top stars were wandering around. Oh, I can't find my WrestleMania moment. This is bullshit. Absolute dreadful. I hate Seth Rollins. I hate the character. I hate the laugh. Everything about him absolutely sucks. In ring, he's decent, but the character, dreadful. Absolutely dreadful. The storyline, shockingly bad. Another video package, and this time it's Seth Rollins meeting Vince McMahon. And Vince McMahon is not the Vince McMahon of old. Limp Dick McMahon now. Limp Dick McMahon sitting at his table, allowing Seth Rollins to do the stuff he did in there. My God, he should have been fired on the spot. The old Vince would have fired him. Anyway, Seth Rollins finds out he's having a match at WrestleMania. Whoop-de-doo, la-de-do. We didn't see that one coming, did we? And who is his opponent going to be? We won't know until the music hits and the person is introduced when Seth Rollins is standing in the ring. We will find out altogether. And most people are saying it's the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. Could you imagine if everyone's wrong? Could you imagine how pissed off everyone expecting Cody Rhodes? And then out of nowhere, you just hear, da, 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 da. That'd be so funny if it was John Cena. I think it probably will be Cody, but if it's someone like Cena, that would be hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. Do you know what I'm saying? Oh, I'd laugh. Anyway, another break and we get Omos's entrance. Omos wants a match at WrestleMania as well. Another story there. I don't have a WrestleMania. I want a WrestleMania moment. Oh, Jesus Christ. It's the same story. He's got the same as Seth Rollins. I mean, the creative genius here, ladies and gentlemen. It's astounding. Astounding. And we got a 2-on-1 handicap match. And it's the Raiders from SmackDown. That's right. The Viking Raiders going up against Omos. And this match lasted about 30 seconds. One clothesline to Eric. He rolls out the ring. Ref counts him out. That is it. Jobbed beyond belief. Forget the Viking Raiders. You might as well leave the company. Leave the planet, mates. You're done. You're finished. Nobody gives a fuck about you. WWE certainly don't, Raiders. Time to leave. Time to go. Seriously. You were once a legitimate badass tag team as War Machine. And this is what you've become. Being jobbed out in under a minute to Omos via a clothesline and a count-out. After that, Omos gets on the mic and good God, we were looking forward to this, weren't we? This is actually quite funny to try listening to bumble and stumble his way through a promo. He does his best, offering out anyone a challenge to anyone at WrestleMania. And the challenge is answered, ladies and gentlemen, by the almighty Bobby Lashley, who comes out to the ring. And I'm happy with this match. It's going to be okay. But the one thing they did do is they blew their load early again. Yes, I think maybe, did they need to have physical contact? Maybe. Maybe Lashley could have just knocked him out of the ring and he stumbles out of the ring and stays on his feet. Why would you take this guy off his feet on Monday Night Raw for the first time? Why not save that for WrestleMania? That is a moment at WrestleMania. That means something. And you just throw it away here on Raw like it's nothing. Another little segment that no one gives a fuck about. You could have saved that moment for WrestleMania where Bobby Lashley takes Omos off his feet, kind of style like Andre the Giant and Hulk Hogan, where Hulk Hogan slams Andre the Giant for the first time. Do you know what I mean? That's what it should have been. A big moment. But nope, you pissed it all the way on Monday Night Raw. And no one cares and no one's going to remember. You fucking idiots. Braun Steiner package. And it's nice to know that the Steiners are going to be introduced into the Hall of Fame. That is just unbelievable. And I can't wait. I can't wait for Scott Steiner on the mic at the Hall of Fame. This is going to be memorable, to say the least. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. It's going to be fantastic. Scott Steiner, live mic. What is he going to say? I can't wait. The Braun Steiner package, yeah, he's going to have a match against Dolph Ziggler. I think it's at Stand and Deliver. I'm not sure. I'll probably watch it though. I'm a fan of Braun Steiner. He's the only thing decent in NXT 2.0 other than Tommaso Ciampa. And, well, there is Volta, but they've changed his name now. So there you go. Anyway, that was his package. Another video package for us. And then it comes the Bloodline, ladies and gentlemen, our tribal chief, universal champion, the head of the table. Acknowledge him if you must. Well, you must acknowledge the tribal chief. Roman Reigns will be hopefully retaining the title at WrestleMania. I don't see any other way to go with it. He is like the hottest thing in professional wrestling at the moment. Why wouldn't you stick with him? I know Brock Lesnar is very entertaining, but is Brock Lesnar going to stick around after WrestleMania? That is the question. Roman Reigns' trajectory is still going. He can still get better. That's what's scary about this. He is phenomenal, and I believe he should be kept strong and be kept as the champion after WrestleMania. That's just my opinion. Cuts a good promo. It's personal, but where is Brock Lesnar? Where is he? Did he leave the building? I thought he wanted Reigns. Didn't seem that interested now. Not liking that bit. This story between those two has been good, but I'd expect Brock Lesnar to be chasing down Roman Reigns in this segment, but he did not. Then we got a video package between Carmella, Zelina, and what happened last week. The promo with Zelina and Carmella was dreadful. The fake accent on Zelina is fucking awful. Stop trying to do a British accent, love. You cannot do it, so stop it, you stupid bitch. Carmella is dreadful. Natalia, stop trying to rip off all your uncle's gimmicks, please, please. Queen of Hearts, fuck off. There's only one royal in the Hart family that we will all remember. The King of Hearts, Owen Hart. You are never, ever allowed to call yourself the Queen of Hearts. How dare you? How dare you? Nowhere near the talent that he was. But any of your uncles or your dad, for that matter of fact. You're just not. You're not on their level. So stop pretending like you are. Fucking... Like I said, they announced that the Steiners are going into the Hall of Fame, showing us a proper tag team, a proper team that we could get behind and love. And then we got to watch this bullshit with all these women. Do you know what I mean? Oh, this is what we got to look forward to at WrestleMania. It's just dreadful. Absolutely dreadful. 8 women's tag match. It was botchy. It was bad. It was just fast forward, please. I hit that button as many times as I could. I was hitting it, tapping out onto that fast forward button because I ain't watching that shit. No, thank you. Got another advert break. Then we got a video package of Flair and Rousey, and this is just getting worse and worse. This whole thing between those two. Who cares? Who cares? Ronda Rousey sucks on the mic. Why is she allowed to speak? Just doesn't make any sense. Like this the women's tag match. They went back to that afterwards. They had a break. They had the video package, and then we went back to the women's tag match. And I was like, oh my God, we've still got to sit through more. So I hit that fast forward button again. And then I see them all in the ring at the end, celebrating, hugging. It's like, You're not fighting each other at WrestleMania next in a couple of days. What is the problem? What is wrong with you people? They're your opponents you're supposed to be fighting with, and you're skipping down to the ring together, hugging each other. You stupid bitches. Get off my TV screen. This is not professional wrestling. This is just shit. Absolute shit. Best thing on the whole show, Austin video package. Austin tribute video package. That was fantastic. The Kid Rock music, brilliant. I do love myself a bit of Kid Rock. Bound down, down, digger, digger, up, the boogie. You know that one there. That one. That was brilliant. I really like that. Really like the video package. But again, it just reminded me, and probably reminded every other fan, that Raw once was unbelievable, great, epic, and now look what you've got to sit through. I feel sorry for the kiddies of today, even the kids from 10 years ago. You guys got fuck all compared to what we got growing up. I feel so sorry for you lot that you don't get what we got. It's just not fair. Not fair on you. I feel sorry for the younger wrestling fans of today. How are you wrestling fans? How? This shit. Compared to what it was, to what it is today. My goodness. This just reminds us everything we saw of Austin. How great professional wrestling once was, and how nobody gives a fuck about it anymore. It's just sad. Sad that it's gone the way it has. Owens in-ring promo. He just stood there and talked for 5 minutes and didn't really say much. And then they did a replay of the Lashley bit, like we didn't just see it 10 minutes ago. You know, you're replaying it again. Ricochet comes to the ring now. He's got a match. Of course, there's an advert break. Of course, there's another advert break. Then we got a video package for the 2K20 game. Probably botchy as hell, like the last two have been. Then Austin Theory entrance. So we've got Austin Theory going up against Ricochet. This should be actually a decent match, I thought. But Theory just squashes the Intercontinental Champion. Your Intercontinental Champion, ladies and gentlemen, is nothing more than a jobber now. How about that? Hasn't even got a match at WrestleMania. Has the US Champion or the Intercontinental Champion got a match at WrestleMania? Hell no. Shows how much they care about those titles, doesn't it? Oh, the legacy of the Intercontinental Championship, they'll tell you, and the United States Championship that they'll tell you. They'll go on about it till they're blue in the fucking face, but they don't care about them. Otherwise, we'd have something that matters for both champions at WrestleMania, but we've got fuck all. Absolutely nothing. And your Intercontinental Champion got jobbed out tonight. Hard. Smoked a fat L, did Ricochet. It was just, why? Why would you do that? Where was Pat McAfee? You're in Pittsburgh. Supposedly it's his hometown. I wouldn't have known. Why did they tell us that? Because as soon as I heard that, I'm thinking, where's Pat McAfee? Then you hear that we want Pat chants, and you still don't deliver. Stupid fucking idiots. I like the Triple H tribute. All right, his career's over, so RIP his career. Hopefully he can rest, and who knows what's ahead for the game, Triple H. But it's sad that we'll never get to see him have his a farewell match. Great in-ring performer. Again reminds us how great professional wrestling used to be. And what we've got today. No stars, no nothing, no one anybody gives a shit about. I would have rather on this show watched tributes, 1 hour for the Steiners, 1 hour for Austin, 1 hour for Triple H. Why not just do that than this shit that we got? That's the only things I cared about on this show. The Hall of Fame announcement for the Steiners, Austin's video package, and the tribute to the game. That was all I cared about on this show, and that was all that was decently done on this show. That's worth talking about. The rest of it, honestly, was hot garbage, trash, bad, dreadful. It was just terrible. And this is your WrestleMania Raw, ladies and gentlemen. The Raw before WrestleMania, your go home Raw. It was dreadful. Absolutely fucking dreadful. And if anyone tells me differently, you are lying to yourself. Go home, look in the mirror, and admit to yourself you are lying. This was trash. We got another Becky Lynch promo. No, we didn't. We got Bianca Belair skipping to the ring first. She's not injured. She's not angry that she got injured, but she didn't get injured. It was just a work, obviously, because she's there skipping away to the ring, smiling as she goes, as always. Can she do nothing different? Has she got no other emotions that she can show? Is that how bland and crap she is at acting? Because it shows, because her scripted, bland, boring ass promo that she does every fucking time she has a match was she was at it again. It was the same old shit from Bianca Belair, and no one's noticing that this girl is boring and bland. I'm sorry, she is. She's boring. Fucking boring. Basic ass bitch. It's that simple. And here comes Becky Lynch, and I'm thinking, finally, she's going to do it. She's going to cut the hair. She gets the scissors out, and I'm thinking, yes, here we go. Here's some serious heat we can get behind. And what do they do? What do they do? They kill it. They kill all the heat Becky Lynch had. Killed all the heat for this match. Killed any reason for us wanting to anyone get behind Bianca Belair. No, we feel sympathy now for the heel. What have you done? You should have let her cut her hair off, but instead it gets reversed. Becky Lynch eats 2 KODs. That's Bianca Belair's finisher. She hits her twice with her finisher, and then she cuts Becky Lynch's hair off. That's right. The heel loses all the heat. Nobody cares anymore. Instead of building actually to a match at WrestleMania that might be quite decent, title versus hair. If Bianca loses, she gets her braid cut off. You could have her lose some sneaky way and then go round and do this. But instead you do it here on Raw, and you make both these girls look stupid, exposing them constantly anyway, like you do when you put Bianca Belair in the ring with a live mic. You just expose her every single time. And it's happened again. And you've just killed all the heat for this match. The heel has no heat. All she has is our sympathy now, because she was made to look stupid in the middle of the ring, and she lost her hair. You fucking idiots. Who books this crap? Who? Then we got Drew McIntyre entrance. Then we got another break. Then we got another video package about singers at WrestleMania who's singing the national. Who gives a fuck about their national anthem? We don't care. We try and fast forward it, or we go out the room when that's on. And trust me, I don't care about the American national anthem. I ain't listening to it. I'll put it on silent when it's on. So I don't give a shit about that. I like Becky backstage, but you've just killed her, basically. Drew's still in the ring, waiting, holding his dick, just standing there, waiting around. And we find out he's in a handicap match against Slappy and Dead Food. That's Madcap Moss and Happy Corbin, if you didn't know. Slappy and Dead Food. Slappy attacks after the match. You know where this is going. Slappy runs away. Madcap eats the pin. Slappy attacks after the match. Just basic, boring. At least he keeps his heat, I suppose. That's the only heel with any heat heading into WrestleMania at the moment is Slappy Corbin. Slapnuts himself. The originator of the Slapnut. He was who Jeff Jarrett was talking about when he came up with the name Slapnuts. Baron Corbin. Look it up in the dictionary. There'll be a picture of him with the title Slapnut. It's just shit. Dead gimmick, dead match. Nobody cares about these guys. They've got shit gimmicks. Drew, Corbin, and Moss. All dead food gimmicks. All crap. Just throw them on the pile and get rid. Edge's Dark Room promo was decent, I suppose. One of the better promos on this show. I'm looking forward to Edge versus AJ. It could be a show stealer. It could be a sleeper. Who knows? I'm predicting it's going to be one hell of a match, those two. One match I am actually looking forward to watching. Edge versus AJ Styles. Don't like the build for it, to be honest with you, but the match itself is going to be phenomenal, in my opinion. Where are we next? Rick Boogs. Jesus Christ, please don't let him win the tag team titles at WrestleMania. Oh, this guy. Why is this guy even in the industry? Just faking that he can play a guitar. Comes down to the ring with Shaky Nakamura. What have they done to him? Jesus Christ. I remember when I liked Nakamura in New Japan days, seeing him on the Indies in Rev Pro. And then he went to the WWE and they absolutely killed him. Absolutely destroyed him. Low blows and shit like that. And Rick Boogs now. And it's just terrible. Then we got another break. The Usos come out. RK Bro come out. We got a tag match, ladies and gentlemen. And this tag match, it just made me think this is the match we should be getting at WrestleMania. RK Bro versus the Usos. They're the only two decent teams they've got in the whole fucking company that anybody gives a shit about. RK Bro, people like them. And the Usos, they're brilliant. This was a good match until the Street Profits got into jumped in the ring and started beating the shit out of RK Bro and cost them the match. A stupid, lazy DQ, lazy booking, just a lazy way to get out of the match. And yeah, the Street Profits they're supposed to be heels now, and they just got RKO'd up the arse. 4 RKOs for the pair of them. And that was it. That was the end of the show. RK Bro are standing in the ring celebrating. There's no sign of the Alpha Academy. Who gives a shit about them anyway? Obviously, WWE don't. Well, the only thing we saw of them was some shitty Snickers advert during the match in the main event. They had about 4 adverts for the main event as well. It was a joke. This whole show was a joke. It was just shitloads of adverts. An hour's worth of adverts, I'll tell you that. If you take out all the adverts, you've cut yourself out an hour of wrestling. That's down to 2 hours already. If you take out all the video packages that are overdone and replayed constantly, you're probably losing another hour there. I mean, the matches, you had 5 of them. I'm adding them probably up. You're probably getting about 15, 20 minutes worth of wrestling in a 3-hour show. How bad is that? It's just full of badly scripted promos with zero emotion, and their delivery ain't that much better either. The matches are decent, but they're short, the majority of them. If it does go long, you get about 4 advert breaks in it. So it feels like they're only 5-minute matches. You're only seeing about 5 minutes of action. I see more action on Pornhub. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Not getting me excited really for WrestleMania, to be honest with you. I've got to say, WrestleMania Saturday, apart from the Austin thing, is dead. Dead food. I ain't watch it. I don't know if I want to watch it. I ain't excited for it. Sunday is lit. It looks amazing. But Saturday, dead at the moment. From what I can look at and what I'm seeing, what is the point in watching the Saturday show other than Steve Austin? You know that if they don't put him out in the main event, if he ain't the main event, if he comes out first, then people are switching off. Trust me. As soon as Austin's done, we're all switching off. Because that's the only reason the majority of us are watching the Saturday show. Is for this guy right here, Steve Austin. Only one we care about, that we've been fans about, that we want to see. We just want to hear the music. We want to hear the breaking glass. We want to hear the crowd pop. We want to see a Stone Cold Stunner. We want to see him drinking beer. And we might put a few away with him. Probably will do. Probably shed a tear or two, knowing the fact that we ain't going to see Steve Austin much more. We haven't seen him for 19 years. Well, we have. He's been in there and everywhere, really. But in a wrestling ring performing, not really. This is what we've been waiting for a long, long time. And I'm looking forward to it. As for Sunday, they've got a few decent matches on the card. The main event looks pretty decent. Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar, I've enjoyed the build to. Edge versus AJ looks really good. There's a few other matches as well. Pat McAfee versus Austin Theory. I'm looking forward to seeing what Pat McAfee's going to do, because he is one entertaining SOB. Anyway, that's all I've got to say. I'm looking forward to some of WrestleMania, not all of it. Let me know what you think and what you're looking forward to down below. This has been Wrestling Bants. Thank you very much for watching. I'll be back again very, very soon. Take care of yourselves. Goodbye. See you next time.